Yeah, I stand on my square when it comes to that. The second thing is, the fourth thing is, we have to look at schemes and games like he was saying in the beginning of this conversation. I noticed he mentioned about schemes and games and underhanded shit and shit going on that the people don't know about that is going on. This is what the demon Democrats do. That's why the Hunter Biden story finally came up to the light because they the one to me who caused this war in Ukraine to happen in the first place. And I don't give a F what nobody said. A little bit of do good does not prove that you are good. So let's stop doing that bullshit when it comes to the demon Democrats and let's put on the table for 47 years all the criminal activity that they had put on the people over and over again, especially black people. And then you have a bunch of black people, like I was saying, demon Democrats, you know, causing and brainwashing and their own people brainwashing black people and black people constantly putting these people back into office because at that time we were the majority vote. Now I'm saying now they're trying to create a majority Latino vote. Now I'm saying, but we were the majority vote because you could clearly see that by what happened in 2020. You see 91% of black people, close to 100%, black people voted Demon Democrat with no research as to who the party is, what they have done over the years, for 47 years, and even going back further than that to see how many wars were caused by them, deaths were caused by them, genocide was caused, and all type of pedophilia, blood-sucking, sacrifice garbage, all type of, even Obama got caught up, walking around with a little girl, and then they end up the girl bound bag and raped in the garbage. I'm just finding out when they did a DNA test on them, all these different Obama, Michelle, and even Hillary, DNA came up. All this scheming shit that they were doing with these college students and these different idiots is to create a scenario of destruction based on it being blamed on Trump. You know what I'm saying? Trump may sit there and play around with them, but we're not. We as the people know what the fuck these demon Democrats have been done. And black people are stupid because they're the ones who brought cocaine into our neighborhood and destroyed the Black Panther Party who was protecting the neighborhood and running out most of the bad entity like pimps, pushers, killers, rapists, different people like that, and even political figures that were coming into the neighborhood to rape the minds of the people to sway them over to Demon Democrat. Malcolm spoke on it and they never gave you nothing, but they sent you to war. They even draft your kids at 19 years old and was sending them into Vietnam and getting their head blown off. Some of those kids were artistic. They wasn't even mentally capable of understanding that type of war. Meanwhile, the oligarchs and the rest of these Demon Democrats sat at home, their kids sat at home surfing, living it up, millions of dollars, doing drugs, doing everything, and partying in the disco and having a great old time. While your sons and daughters, they even tried to pull it on Muhammad Ali and draft him into anything. But who gave them the right to draft us into a war that they created? The Demon Democrats. Same thing they did with the German war. That was also a created, third world war. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it said because it wasn't the majority of people because they have stomped across the earth with this garbage and taking people territories, governing and then creating government and then brainwashing the people, such as the black people in America, and they sitting up there voting Demon Democrat who destroyed their lives and their family and their ancestors, going all the way back to sanctioning slavery in court and arguing the point of even having slavery and passed a bill to have slavery in America when you were enslaving white people before. You know what I'm saying? And then you actually, when all that was done and said that we were fighting for civil rights, the Demon Democrats used a filibuster. Biden did the crime bill, Kamala same thing, and they always been damaging black people over and over. But they use black people to make black people believe that they are doing something good, such as what we see with King G being nominated into the Supreme Court situation. So we see a lot of garbage with these people, but we don't see no mention of it at all. Only Trump. And that speaks for itself because whether we like Trump or not, or whether we support him or not, he only had 4 years. I'm looking at the figure of a president, same as I look at the figure of Biden as a president, but a demon. You know what I'm saying? Same as I look at them. They all have their right, and I'm going to speak on their right. I don't have to be a supporter of them, and I'm not sucking balls. But I damn sure is looking at our political system, you know what I'm saying, based on each person being elected into leadership and leading our country. You too busy worrying about the personal issues, such as these college students that ran through every single town, waving these stupid ass Black Lives Matter flag, talking garbage and making it singing that old song that you want to hear in your ear, but really out there being paid by Soros to keep all the cities in full chaos. You know what I'm saying? So don't come with that garbage. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, slammed in the COVID-19 skit, you know what I'm saying, and juice the whole work, throwing bodies into the Ganges River. You know what I'm saying? You talk about Islam and your rights. You are full of woo. So we know that there is something wrong here based on the con artist games of the mentality of the people. Let's wake up, people. Let's wake up.